Between 2009, 2010, and 11, I think 2012, I started repairing computers. My mom sent me to a computer repairing school to learn how to repair computers. At that time, of course, in Cameroon, being a computer repairer was a very, very, special skill at the time. And I was able to make some good money at the time at a very, very young age at that time. And of course, there was so many things I learned in the process as far as computer repairs is concerned. But there was something that stood out, which was, you will go to install an operating system. Many people may not understand what that means, but let's say you need to install a Windows operating system, Windows XP, Windows 2003, 2007, or whatever, and some computers. It could be at that time we used to have Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. Some younger people may not really understand what that means. Go and Google search that, you understand, how far the computer market, the computer, industry has evolved over time. But there will be some computers that when I want to install an operating system, the computer will reject the operating system. For some, when I want to install a more advanced program, let's say at that time we used to have, it's still happening right now, let's say Microsoft 2003, 2007, and so on. Sometimes some computers will not be able to take Microsoft 2009, 2007, because the computer does not have enough space, enough hard drive, enough RAM, and so many other specifications that a computer needs to have in order to take that new program, that new operating system. Now, I'm taking us somewhere. There is a framework I have developed, and I've been teaching this framework among my clients, which I call the infrastructure blueprint, designing the internal systems for higher performance living. Designing the internal systems for higher performance living. After a lot of research and studies and practice, as a coach, as a consultant, as a trainer, as a speaker, I have come to meet a lot of people that they desire high performance, they desire bigger results. Maybe you're watching this right now and you are in a place where you desire incredible, bigger results than what you're seeing right now, and you are confused on how can I do that. I'm about to show you some things that you can do, and these are things that I am not assuming. These are things that I have tested in my life, in the clients that I coach and work with, from entrepreneurs to leaders to executives. And we have seen incredible, massive results. So follow me carefully. Let me teach you what I call the infrastructure blueprint, or the infrastructure frameworks, in bracket designing. That is you designing the internal systems for higher performance living, in the internal systems for higher performance in career and in business. I have laid down some thoughts. Let me break it down for you. And please get a note, book, get a pen, and document this. I guarantee you, if you understand this blueprint, if you understand what I'm about to share with you, you will change the quality of your performance. If you are tired of small performance, low performance, average performance, and you desire elite high performance, then this is for you. Life does not give you what you desire. It gives you what your infrastructure can handle. You see, because a computer system desires a particular program or desires a particular operating system, it doesn't mean, for example, when I used to repair these computers, I would meet so many computer owners, institutions, and schools and hospitals. They would desire a particular advanced program. They would love it. Oh, I love this program. I love the features of this program. But their computer, their hard drive, their RAM, all the other specifications cannot take that advanced program. You see, so because the computer owner desires a particular program, it doesn't mean that that program will be able to work on that computer. So what am I saying? Life does not give you what you desire. Your career, your business will not give you what you desire. It gives you what your infrastructure can handle. Follow me carefully, and I'll share with you the 7 types of infrastructure you must have. I hope we can cover that in this video, but there are certain infrastructures that if you don't have them sorted out in your life, you will never be a high performer. Follow me carefully. So, what am I saying? Many high achievers focus on setting goals, focus on chasing opportunities and scaling success, but they fail to ask, Maybe you have been focusing on setting bigger goals, which is good. Focusing on chasing opportunities, which is great. You have been focusing on how to scale success, which is great. But have you ever asked yourself this question? I have asked myself this question. I ask my clients, and the answers will challenge you. Get ready, because you need to answer this question before you can advance and become a high performer. Do I have the internal infrastructure to sustain what I desire? Do I have the internal infrastructure to sustain what I am pursuing? For example, during my computer repairs days, people used to pay me consultation fee, pay my transportation and do things to get me in their business settings to install a particular program at that time. Not now where you just need to go online and download, right? But they never used to ask, maybe because of ignorance, right, which is normal. So they never used to ask, does my computer have the infrastructure, have the hard drive, the RAM? Does my computer have these core infrastructure to receive this advanced program, this operating system I desire to have? You get that? Now, without solid infrastructure, oh my goodness, without solid infrastructure, success crushes you instead of elevating you. There are people right now that the success they desire is crushing them instead of elevating them. So this is why people get to collapse under pressure, and people get to mismanage wealth and sabotage their progress. These are people, for example, there are people that, have you seen kids that they inherit wealth from their parents and in few years they are broke? Have you seen that? It happens. Have you seen people that opportunities come into their life from nowhere and they cannot harness these opportunities and grow consistently because they did not have the right infrastructure to harness the opportunities? You get a point. In one of the videos, I shared how a guy, one of our friends, had an incredible girlfriend, beautiful, behaving, driven. I can call her a high performing girlfriend. But this guy was cheating on her. This guy could not take care of her, the way a man should do. And we used to tell this guy, you don't know what you have, right? He later on lost this girl. The relationship could not stand. That was somebody who had the right partner, but did not have the right character infrastructure to maintain this amazing, beautiful girl that he had. And for some men who are married, maybe some women too, you have good husbands and good wives, but yet your character infrastructure is not able to keep them, to serve them, or to lead them, or to partner with them, whatever you want to call it. The difference between those who sustain high level success, follow me carefully. The difference between those who sustain high level success and those who struggle under its weight is the strength of their infrastructure. So, the strength of the infrastructure that you have in place is what will differentiate you when it comes to high level success. So, anybody you see in any industry manifesting a certain level of high level success, before you begin to covet and desire what they have and their glory, check. There are certain infrastructures that they have built over time that is, keeping or sustaining them at that level of success. That is why I say that your infrastructure will determine what you will handle in this life. The infrastructure in your life will determine what you will handle in your career, in your business, in your finances, even in your relationships. So there are many things you cannot receive now because your infrastructure cannot handle it. Now, I get to teach a lot, spiritually. This is also a spiritual law. There are things that cannot come into your life. For example, there are certain anointings, there are certain graces or certain spiritual gift that you cannot really be entrusted with, or certain level of spiritual authority that God will not entrust into you if you don't have the right, infrastructure to sustain, those things in your life. Now, these infrastructures I'm about to tell you or share with you will really transform your life, because each of these infrastructures must be built, strengthened, and expanded for you to be able to handle, a higher level of responsibility, influence, success, impact, and dominion, and what have you. The first infrastructure is vision infrastructure. The vision infrastructure. Follow me carefully. Now, vision tends to be very, very popular around, but in my coaching experience and speaking experience, many people have no idea when it comes to establishing the right vision infrastructure. It's a popular English word for many people. But in terms of practice, in terms of reality, in terms of you seeing the manifestation of this vision concept in the lives of people, you will be shocked. If I ask you right now, what is your vision? Tell me in a way that it can move my heart to finance you. You'll be surprised that many people cannot articulate their vision, right? So you need to get vision infrastructure. That is structuring a future that directs your decision making. Let me break it down. You see, the clarity and the scale of your vision determines the quality of opportunities you attract. The clarity, so clarity and scale, the clarity and the scale of your vision determine the quality of opportunities that you attract. Why? Because clarity in vision creates confidence in the vision. You see, you are watching this right now. If you don't have any level of confidence in your vision right now, it's because you have no clarity in that vision. So, your career vision, your business vision, even your family vision, how confident are you about the vision of these things? If you are not confident about your vision, you need to go back to clarity. Clarify your vision for these things in your life. Because when you see it clearly, when you see it clearly, others believe in it and can invest in it. You see, what you cannot see clearly, what you cannot communicate clearly, others cannot trust it and others cannot partner with you to make it happen. And even in spiritually, it is what you see. God will always ensure that you see it first in your mind before the manifestation. He asked Abraham, go out, look to the stars. It's a principle, it's a spiritual principle. What you cannot see, you cannot manifest, you cannot handle, you cannot produce. I always say that we build things in this life in three levels. Let me digress a bit. We build things in this life in three levels, right? We build it spiritually first, we build it mentally first, then we build it physically. For example, I write books, right? And before I write a book, I like to pray about it, right? Then I conceptualize the book in my head. I think through it. Sometimes while thinking, I document it, I write things down and all of that. And then finally, I begin to write the book, and then you can see the book physically. So if things that you will build that will stand the test of time, you must build them in three levels. You build them spiritually, you build them mentally, and then you have the physical manifestation of what you have been building spiritually, mentally, and then physically. Let's continue. So, concerning vision, opportunities follow preparation, right? A refined vision attracts quality opportunities that match your level of readiness, right? A vision that you have not refined, a vision that you are not clear about, a vision that you cannot clearly communicate will not attract the quality opportunities that match your level of readiness. And still on the foundation of vision infrastructure is one thing I've learned from my Bible and from dealings with God is that God honors bold visions. God does not like timid people based on my conclusion, right? You can have your conclusion about I have come to the conclusion that God does not like timid people. And even there's a scripture that says that God has not given us the spirit of fear. You see that? God has not given you and I the spirit of timidity. God honors bold vision. What does that mean? I have come to the conclusion that the size of your vision reflects your faith and reflects the provision that follows the vision. You see, there are certain kinds of financial open doors that God will open to you based on the size of your vision. There are certain kinds of opportunities and people and material resources that will come to you based on the size of your vision. Now, the pillars of vision infrastructure, follow me carefully. There are three pillars that have come to the conclusion that you must have as far as vision infrastructure is concerned. Like, think of it like pillars that holds a house, right? Three pillars of vision infrastructure. Number one, clarity of purpose. Why? Because vision comes from purpose. Vision comes from purpose. When you discover your purpose, it becomes easy to have a very clear vision that you even believed in it, right? Clarity of purpose. So, for you to define a vision that will outlive you, you must define it from the place of your purpose. I think there are many videos in this channel or whatever you're watching this that talk about purpose discovery, right? So define a vision that outlives you. Now, what does that mean? You see, without a compelling future, people default to survival mode. If you are living right now based on survival mode, it means that you have not created, you have not defined what a compelling future is for you, and that is your vision. So a compelling future gives you the energy to push beyond limitations. One thing I always say is that one sign that your vision is compelling to you, your vision, you are convicted about your vision, is one way I can measure that you know your vision, you know where you're going, is how you handle challenges today. Because there's a way that you are convicted about your vision that whatever challenge that comes your way, whatever limitations or barriers, you will break through. You will cry, you will feel sad, you will be broken, you will be shaken, you will feel disheartened, but you will keep on going despite what is happening. Right? I wrote here that without vision, people settle for less, missing their true calling. My goodness. Without vision, people settle for less, missing their true calling. You see that? So, without the right vision, you're going to settle for less. You're going to live below your potentials, below your true calling. So, vision challenges you and calls you to a higher level of living. And greatness requires foresight. Any person you see that is doing great things, they have foresight about the future. Greatness requires foresight. So those who see beyond today shape tomorrow's realities. Those who see beyond today shape and lead their generation. If you want to lead your generation, if you want to shape your tomorrow's reality, you must have foresight. That is vision. You must begin to see beyond today. Challenge for you or an assignment for you. Create a 20-year or 50-year vision statement. It could be a career vision, your business vision, your family vision, your finance vision, whatever. But I want to challenge you. After this video, get a pen, get a journal, get your phone, maybe document, think through. You can pray about it, but write down a 20 to 50-year vision about key areas of your life. You can ask a question like, what should my work mean 20 to 50 years from now? What should my career mean? What should my business mean? What should my family be like 20 to 50 years from now? Number two pillar, the second pillar in vision infrastructure, is strategic mapping. Strategic mapping. This is where you break vision into actionable roadmaps. Now, many people have visions, but those visions are castles in the air. Those visions are going nowhere. If you will take your vision forward, then pillar number two is important for you. Strategic mapping, breaking your vision into actionable steps. What does that mean? You see, the best visions are backed by precise execution plans. The question I have for you is, what is the execution plan surrounding your vision? What is the execution plan surrounding your visions? Because vision becomes reality. A vision becomes a reality through structured step-by-step execution. Right? I provide a lot of coaching as an execution strategist. There is no vision, there is nothing in your head that you have that I cannot bring into paper and help you execute it. One of the gifts that God has given me is the gift of execution. I can never be stranded in knowing what to do. When it comes to knowing what to do and how to do it, it's a gift, right? It's a gift that I know that God has given me. So, and it is something that you have to develop, know how to do it. All right. So, vision, your vision will only become a reality. And let me add, a growing reality through structured step by step execution. And one thing you need to note about this is that clarity drives execution. So a well-defined roadmap eliminates confusion and accelerate your progress. So in other words, you cannot execute efficiently and effectively when you're confused, right? So a well-defined roadmap eliminates confusion and accelerates your progress. And I added here that faith works through planning and execution. You cannot say that you're a person of faith if you're not a person who plans and executes. Faith is an action word, right? Faith is an action word. If you say that you have faith in God, show me what you are planning with God and what you are executing with God. Let me say it again. If you say that you have faith in God, show me what you are planning with God and what you are executing with God. Now, that is a life of faith. Why? I have come to the conclusion that God blesses preparation and execution. That's why he said in his word, I will bless the works of your hands. The works of your hands is a combination of conceptualization, preparation, and execution. I will bless what you prepare, what you plan, and what you are executing, what you are building. You get the concept, right? So God blesses preparation and execution. The last pillar under vision infrastructure is opportunity filtering. Opportunity filtering. Now, this is where, you see, for you to have the right vision infrastructure, you must understand how to align your daily decisions with long-term vision. One of the blessings that vision will do for you is that vision will help you filter your decisions, filter opportunities, and even filter relationships. For example, there are people that I cannot entertain in my life around me because of where I am going to. If we are not going the same direction, if we are not thinking alike, if we don't see life the same way, we must not be, copycat. But like, for example, I have friends in different industries. We are not doing the same thing, but we are all dreamers. We are builders. We are executors. We are disruptors. We want to contribute. We want to create impact and dominate and influence, right? But different industries, different sectors doing different things, but there's a mindset that we have, right? So your long-term vision should help you filter the opportunities that you take, the relationships that you keep, the places that you go, the information that you consume. You get the concept? So opportunity filtering is the third pillar in vision infrastructure. So you can ask questions like, does this opportunity move me forward towards my vision? Is this relationship contributing to my vision and who I am becoming? Right? So, because not every door is destiny. One of the biggest challenges that you can face is to feel that every opportunity that comes your way is for you to take advantage of. It's a very, very dangerous place to be, and that is lack of discernment, right? Not every door is destiny for you. Good opportunities can distract you from ultimate assignments. Good opportunities can distract you from ultimate assignment. Now, let me give you a funny example about relationships. It's like a guy who has a lady he loves so much and he wants to marry, and then he sees another beautiful girl and goes for a one night stand. And then, the lady he loves, a great lady, high performer, a virtuous lady, and all of that, now catches them having a white night stand or discovers that he cheated and then he loses the lady, right? In that sense, in a worldly sense, that is, a good opportunity. He saw a good lady, but that good lady distracted him from his ultimate wife or from his ultimate partner, if I may say so. So there are opportunities that will look good, but in the long run, they will distract you from your ultimate assignment. So you need to be careful about that. Now, alignment produces acceleration when it comes to vision. The more aligned you are to your vision, the more acceleration you're going to experience, right? And you see, the right opportunities fast track your vision. So the more aligned you are with the right opportunities, the more you're going to fast track your vision. While the wrong opportunities will drain your time, will drain your energy, will drain your resources. So you need to be careful. If opportunities come into your life, that drain your time, resources, and energy, you need to let them go. So vision will define your priorities. True vision, the vision you are convicted about, the vision that you're passionate about, the vision that has become your calling, that vision will define your priorities. If it doesn't fit your mission, it is a distraction and not an opportunity. Let me say it again. If it does not fit your mission, if it does not fit your vision, it is a distraction and not an opportunity. Okay? So you need to come to a point. There's a place where you come in this life, in this journey, where you will say no to 99% of distractions and yes to your vision, right? Good. Now, that is the first infrastructure, which is vision infrastructure. The second infrastructure I want to talk about is knowledge and skill infrastructure. Knowledge and skill infrastructure. Now, this is very important. This is where you upgrade your capacity to create and execute. You see, you cannot be able to become a high performer if you don't have the right knowledge and skill infrastructure. If you don't understand how to upgrade, reskill, and upskill your capacity so you can create more value and execute at the highest level. Why? Because you don't rise to the level of your ambition, you rise to the level of your skills and knowledge. Hear me again. You don't rise in your career, in your business, in this life to the level of your ambition. Your ambitions are good, but they are not good enough. You only rise in this life to the level of your knowledge and your skills. You get the concept? So, ambition, goal setting alone is not enough, because without the necessary skill, your ambition is nothing but an empty desire and sometimes nightmares, right? So you need to get that. So your skills will shape the kind of opportunities that you harness. What do I mean? The more competent you become, the more opportunities will naturally come your way. That's why I always say that in real sense, we don't chase success. We don't run after success. We don't work for success. No, we become and we position ourselves and success finds us. It's like the concept in the Bible that goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Success and opportunities are supposed to follow us the rest of our lives. We're not supposed to really run after money or chase for money or look for money. We are supposed to become a certain type of people and master positioning, and money comes to us. That is the God order of things, if you understand that. High achievement is a result of deliberate effort, skill development, and not wishful thinking. Let me say it again. High achievement is a result of deliberate effort, skill development, and wishful thinking. I am skipping over some key points because I didn't want this video to be more than 30 minutes, but I need to finish this. But I'm going to skip some points. And if you're watching this, check the description. You'll see a link to join my community where I get to teach this in detail, or I can share with you a more longer video talking about, infrastructures when it comes to high performance. So let's round up. 3 dimensions of skill infrastructure. Please, please, please hear me. If you get this, let me dare to say this, you will never be broke again. If you get this, despite the uncertainty in the future, there are things that when you understand, there are things that when you get and apply them, uncertainty and economic uncertainty will not harm you. You can battle proof your life. Get this, the 3 dimensions of skill infrastructure. I'm giving you in few minutes what I've taken years to research, to document, to build, and to create. Get this. Number 1, high leverage skills. What does that mean? Mastering the 20% skill in your career, in your business, in your industry that drives 80% of the success. Let me tell you something. In every career, in every industry, in every business, there are certain skills that when you get them, those skills will drive 80% of the success. For example, I know mine as a speaker, as a trainer, as a consultant, as a coach. There are skills that 20% of the skills I know, and these skills I keep refining them every day, because I know that the more I become highly competent in these 20% of the skill set, they will drive 80% of anything I call success in my industry, right? So skills are not equal. Understand this. Not every skill is equal in your life, in your career. Some have exponential returns. So what is the assignment for you? Identify and master 3 skills that drive your industry. Go and do your research. Let me give you an example. Look for the performance in your industry, in the work you do. Look for the top performers. Study their lives. What are the top 3 skills that they have mastered at the highest level? And pay the price to master those skills. You will change your life forever. I've given you a secret. Number 2, what I call skills convergence. I will explain skill convergence, or you can call it skill stacking, where you begin to stack skills for multiplicative impact. Now, elite performers don't just learn. High performers don't just acquire skills. No. What do? They learn how to combine certain skills together. Then they master how to uniquely combine certain skills. So you need to master skill stacking. For example, in your industry right now, there are certain skills that if you're able to learn them all at once and have them and be good at them, you will skyrocket to the top 10% in your industry. That is called skill stacking. So or skills convergence. So you can sit and identify what are the 3 skills that if I have skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, and I combine these skills, I'll become so valuable and I'll be able to create some level of value that very few people in my industry can create. That is skill convergence. You're converging certain skills together for the sake of being one of the best in your industry. And the third pillar under skill infrastructure is adaptive learning. Adaptive learning. Let me explain. Your ability to absorb and apply new knowledge faster than your competition, faster than the peers in your industry will cause you to stand out and to be differentiated. Adaptive learning, mastering the art of absorbing new knowledge, acquiring new knowledge, and not only getting it, but applying and deploying this new knowledge faster than your competition or the peers in your industry. You see that? That is adaptive learning. So the speed, here's what I'm saying. The speed at which you turn knowledge, and not just any kind of knowledge, refined, significant, relevant, new knowledge. The skill at which you turn knowledge into results will determine your competitive edge. I can bet you that in this video so far, you have learned something new. You have picked out a key insight, a key point that will shape the rest of your life. But that is not enough. Come to the place where the speed at which you are going to turn this knowledge you have gotten from this video is faster, right? So the speed at which you turn knowledge into results will determine your competitive edge. So, for example, I have what I call 72 hours execution rule. In other words, I apply new knowledge within 72 hours or I discard the knowledge. You must not be perfect in the application, but you need to put it to use, try it, and refine it and perfect it. That is skill infrastructure. In the next video or in the community, I will teach on mental infrastructure, the cognitive blueprint of high performance thinkers. I will teach you, give you some ways of how, I think, and I'll give some examples, but I'll talk about mental infrastructure and the cognitive blueprint of high performance thinkers. I will also talk about the financial and network infrastructure. This is where I'm talking about the economic and the social leverage for expansion in high performance and your success. I hope that you got something. This was intense. This is one of those videos that you cannot watch just once and get the insight. Go back again, spend some time, and pick out some key nuggets. Practice knowledge combination, analysis, processing, and execution. I guarantee you, your life will never remain the same. This is actually one of those things that when you learn, it shifts your career and your business to a whole new level. God bless you, and thank you for giving me your attention. And I don't take it for granted. Please like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe or follow me wherever you're watching this, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Do all those things that good people do, right? God bless you. Cheers.